Hi guys, so I'm gonna do my peak week strategy on the Stairmaster this morning, just to keep me entertained. Rationale behind that is doing this can get very tedious. I am doing stairs, half cross trainer, otherwise I just get too bored pretty much. So let me go over sort of my thoughts on peak week. So firstly, let's establish what a peak week is. So a peak week is a week before your show that you potentially look to change up a few things in order to get that 1% more from your physique that you didn't have the week before. That's generally what a peak week is. You see people manipulating things like sodium, potassium, water, carbohydrate, fat, protein, all of these sort of variables that become manipulated a lot during a peak week. And my thoughts on that are very simple actually. In my head, I think to myself, right, I've got myself in good condition from doing the same thing every day. The foods have been the same every day. And if I'm in shape, which I am and I will be, I'm not that inclined to change things massively. So a couple of reasons as to why I may change a few things. Mainly because of body weight. So obviously competing in an open class category, which is hopefully going to be a lightweight class, I can't be heavy on the day, simple really. So manipulating food, potentially, the days prior, maybe something that I need to do, or maybe just the day of the show, because I believe that the lightweight category cuts off at about 68 kilos. So right now, I'm about 68 kilos, and I am, 13 days out from my first show. So I'm pretty much on the money there, which is good. I'm probably a little bit leaner now as well, and I will be by the time next week comes around. So I should be okay body weight wise, in order to have the sort of go ahead to eat a little bit into the show. That's the plan, because quite frankly, I don't want to go into my show super flat and sucked down, depleted, tired, fatigued. I want to be able to be in a position where I am displaying a fuller physique for sure. There's no chance of me spilling over unless I eat like a Domino's, which is not going to happen. So my plans are probably, so today's Wednesday, I haven't weighed in yet. I've posed, I'm happy with what I'm seeing in the mirror today. I'm going to pose post cardio, so when I'm home from this, I'll pose again. I'll weigh in. I'll potentially see obviously where I'm at. I see myself being a bit lighter today because I just look tighter. I feel tighter, my digestion's been on point, so I can see myself being a little bit leaner than I was yesterday. I feel it. So depending on my body weight today, I'll make an adjustment. If my body weight is where it needs to be, no adjustment will be made, obviously. But if it's not, and I'd like to be a little bit ahead, then I'll just make an adjustment. It's simple, really. It gets to the point when you're in prep, guys, that you just make the appropriate changes in order to get to where you need to be. Like my emotional attachment to things like food is just non-existent. So I just think, right, I need to get closer to the goal. So if I have to make a dietary manipulation, I do. So that will be my plan for today. I'll monitor, I'll assess Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, rolling into next week. So I'll pose every morning. Most likely I should be in a position where I can have a bit more food throughout the days. So I will probably look to do anywhere from 15 grams of carbohydrate to 25 per day, incrementally up. So my carb totals at the moment are around 300 grams. So say if I don't make an adjustment today, Monday will be 325, 320, 325. Provided that I don't massively go up in body weight, I'll go 350. Assess, monitor, pose. What's my body weight doing? How full am I? How flat am I? If I'm in a position again where I can continue to increment food up, I'll do 375, and that'll be on the Wednesday. And again, if I'm in another position where my body weight's allowing me to do so and I'm looking better, and it'll be a 400 gram carb day, and then it'll be simple as that. Incrementing carbohydrate up, monitoring scale weight and obviously posing, and going from there. So there's a potential chance that a day out I could be having anywhere between 450 to 500 carb. I've got a feeling my metabolism is going to pick up at this point like crazy, because my body burns through food like no tomorrow. I know it does. So I feel like my metabolism is pretty efficient at the moment. So I feel like when I introduce more carbs, obviously more carbohydrate stimulates the thyroid hormone. So a few days of stimulating that, I can imagine that my metabolic rate picks up and I'm able to burn through substrate more than I have ever before, considering my condition and my activity levels and my training. So what I'll be doing with food sources, this is a good question I got asked as well. I'll be having foods that weigh less than what I'm currently having. So I'm having a lot of basmati rice, which is cooked in lots of water. That won't be happening, obviously. So I want to keep food volume low. I don't want to have more water. I don't want to have more water or just more weight. So I'll probably just have things like rice cakes and jam. Very, very, very low weight. They're like air. And jams are very, very, very low volume, higher dense calories than something like white rice, where you cook it in water, or oats, and it absorbs it and it fluffs up. It's not what I want when I'm trying to increase carbohydrate and drop sort of any excess excess sort of volume. So I don't want the volume. So that'll be the plan with foods. Most likely carbohydrates will be incremented up by things like crumpets, rice cakes, caramel rice cakes, jam, honey. It's probably not going to do much else really. Rice cakes, jam, honey. Maybe some fruit pastels. Most likely some fruit pastels. So I've had them in this prep and they've been great with me digestion wise, so there's a chance with them as well. So that's my approach with food. Small increments up, monitor, pose, weigh in, assess, go from there. Keeping a very close eye on my body weight, obviously. Now training. So I decided this morning exactly what I'm going to do, literally this morning. So Monday's going to be a full body session, an upper body session, sorry. Like a full upper body, hard, taking sets to muscular fail as always. Tuesday's going to be a hard leg session, so superb intensity as always. So what I did yesterday, so yeah, I'll be doing a hard leg session, and then Wednesday, what I'll do is most likely a push session, which will be full intensity. Thursday, depending on how I'm looking, what my uptake of the glycogen that I'm putting in is like, will be a pull session, most likely. If I'm in a position where I'm not sore, my body weight is doing what I need to do, I look good, it'll be a normal intensity of a pull session. And then from there, that'll be Thursday. Friday, I'll go in and it'll be an upper body session, lower intensities. Again, keeping RPE sort of 7, just getting great muscular contractions, good pumps, and just making sure that I'm not doing as much damage. Because what I want to do in these times, guys, is what you should do as well if you're prepping and you want a peak week, is prime muscle for the uptake of glycogen. Don't prime it to recover from the damage, because that's going to take away from your ability to uptake muscular fullness from the glycogen you're putting in. So it's very important that you take note of that. So then Saturday will be day out, will be another upper body session. Pump session, high rep, great contractions, again, no damage. So it'll just be 2 pump sessions in a row. And that's how I'll approach that. Now cardio. Cardio is going to stay the same up until Thursday. Latest Thursday. I'm going to keep my steps the same, probably all the way up until show day. But cardio like this is done at Thursday. I will not do, maybe my last session will be Thursday, and my last leg session will be Tuesday. Again, this will be auto-regulated, so I will simply monitor how my legs are looking and how sore they feel and how beat up they feel and how they're responding in order to more food, and are they getting harder, are they getting more detail? Because my legs are very lean. My quads are shredded, they are shredded. And I don't think they've ever looked as shredded as they could be, because they're always inflamed. So a few days off that, I think they'll look absolutely crazy. So that'll be the goal there. Again, this will just be monitored. Couple of things I wanted to just cover quickly before I end this video, otherwise it'll be too long, is if you're not lean, don't do a peak week. If you're not lean at all, you're nowhere near condition, don't compete that weekend. If you're half lean, run 6 days of very low calorie. Potentially, if you've trialed this, 5-6 days of low calorie. Do have a refeed, a moderate refeed. It's going to give you the best bet of looking your best. A peak week is not going to solve issues you have from not getting lean enough and not being hard, not dieting hard enough, because you can't hack it. A peak week is simply there to give you 1% more. Quickly to cover as well, sodium will not be changing, potassium will not be changing, water will not be changing up until, again, this is dependent on body weight, and if I'm on track in regards to weighing in okay, I should be fine. If I am fine, water will stay the same all the way up until Saturday, probably, and I will just assess again body weight, because I'm in a weight class, guys, so this is why. If I wasn't, I wouldn't care. We need water, obviously, to push glycogen into muscle cells. So if I'm on track with my body weight and everything's cool, water will be kept normal, which is like 7 litres per day. On the Sunday, obviously in the morning, I probably won't drink anything until I've weighed in, purely because I don't want to weigh heavier and be put in a middleweight class. Because if that happens, my head would go completely, and I may as well just go home. So, water's going to be exactly the same. No need to change that, but I will monitor Friday, Saturday, Sunday in regards to body weight. Again, just to avoid any confusion, if you're not lean, do not peak. A peak week will not solve the problem of not being lean enough, so don't even think about it. And thirdly, don't even think about it. Because if you're not lean, you have no place no business trying to peak at all. You need to diet and lose more fat. End of. Anyway, hope that makes sense. Hope you've enjoyed that, sort of my insight. I'll be with AJ on Saturday. No, I won't. Maybe I'll probably see him Saturday. I'll be with him Saturday and Sunday, so he'll be looking at me and watching over and making sure everything's cool. Again, I've had questions here about who's in control. I'm in absolute 100% control of my prep. I have AJ as a second eye. So if I want an opinion, I'll ask AJ for an opinion. But ultimately, it's my decision and it's my choice what I do. And I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest. There's no way I could have someone telling me, you need to do this, this, this. No way. I'll call the shots. So I plan in the future on prepping clients and bodybuilders to stage. I want to do that as a job. So if I can't get myself in shape, prepping myself kind of rings alarm bells. So if you're a prep coach, you never competed in your life, you never got lean, but your Instagram bio says prep coach, again, what are you doing? Makes no sense. So just having AJ there as a second eye, like I was for him last year, every show he was at, because I was there. So yeah, well, I'm going to call this quits now. Any other questions, please ask, and I'll be sure to answer. Yeah, hope that makes sense, and excited for show day. Cheers, guys.